Hi, oh my goodness, here doing the second part of the tutorial. This is going to be again on the practice mode Coast City map. It's going to be a 5v0 map. And in this, I want to just quickly go through the champions. This is the champion selection screen. I'll go into this more nuanced thing later on in another tutorial video. But just suffice it to say that these little stars here indicate free champions. And you want to pick a marksman if you're going to be your very first champion out. So that's what I would recommend. Another thing I want to introduce is the stolen powers, which are down here. And you can see if you click on them, it'll open up a selection of set stolen powers. Stolen powers are essentially shared powers that you can use across all your champions. You'll see that there are actually even more detailed ones. And each champion has their own unique flavor to them. And generally, when you start out with selecting a champion, they'll give you some default stolen powers to use, and that way you can use those. You can actually unlock these or unlock these with merit. For now, I'm just going to pick the super speed and stolen camera just to start out with. And I'm also going to just indicate to you and point out that there's something called an amplifier set. It's a very nuanced and much more in-depth system than unless you're going to be really competitive with this game to actually go through. Just use the default ones if you're going to be starting out. Once you're ready, you can go ahead hit ready, and it's going to actually throw you to a costume selection screen. Costumes are essentially different designs of the characters. They don't actually change anything of the actual basic powers of the champion. They just look different, they're cool, they're fun. I encourage you to try them out. But you do have to actually unlock costumes, either through giveaways that they do sometimes on Facebook or Twitter, but also they do, or you can actually unlock them with real money transactions. So you'll notice here that, again, it's 5v0. This is load screen, will generally show all 10 players in the game. This is the first time you're going to see the enemy team and what champions they select. This mode is technically called blind pick, which means you don't know what the other champion, who the other players are and who the champions are. This load screen will give you a nice overview of all their skills in terms of, are they an assassin, their role. Again, I'll go into that more into more details in another video. But they'll also kind of give you an overview of the stolen powers they pick. You can mouse over them in the load screen to see them or give a quick review on them. The other thing too to note, which I'll get into, I'll touch in the game also, is this concept of what type of champion. You'll note here, Gaslight Batman is a hybrid champion, where he does attack and power damage. Those are the two kinds of damage that champions can do in the game. You'll note here that Flash here is a power damage champion, Robin here is an attack damage, and so on. Generally, when you play, if you're concerned about the overall composition of your team, you want to have a balance between attack and the power, just to make sure that the other team can't defend themselves all against, say, attack damage, or defend themselves all against power damage, and effectively neutralize your team's ability to hurt them if you're all the same. So you want to make sure you have some kind of balance in that regard.
Here now! Oh yeah!
Alright, so the match is launching, and you're going to see a nice animation of all the champions coming in, and unfortunately one of our players is disconnected from the game right now, but he'll come in when he can. And so what I want to first talk about really quickly is I'm going to first select a skill. Here, Grasshopper, I'm going to unlock his Q skill. And I'm going to I want to talk to you about smart casting. So by general default, if you go to your settings and your gameplay setting, you'll actually see smart casting. And I believe it's actually set by default to on press. So what that means is that when you press, if I'm here playing Gaslight Batman and I hit Q, the skill fires in the direction of where the mouse cursor is relative to the champion. So Q, if I press it again we'll go there. If I wait for the cooldown, it'll fire again towards the mouse cursor. So generally, if you're just getting started in this game, you don't want to have smart casting on, because you can't actually aim. It's very difficult to aim and move around at the same time. So before you get I would actually recommend turning off smart casting, going to none. And what happens is that when I press Q now, I get a little aim indicator. So I can actually aim the skill to any direction and then fire it by left clicking. So the thing with this is, say if I say hit Q, you can see that I can actually still aim and move that around. So those are your abilities. As you play the game, you will unlock those abilities. To talk about the stolen powers that you selected from the champion selection screen, you'll notice here that they're here indicated here on the right side.
Ally defeated.
You'll see the super speed I picked up and the surveillance camera I picked up. And to use those, you'll see a D key and F key. Those are default key bindings. So my super speed is defaulted to D. So if I press D, I instantly use it and I get a little speed boost there. And then if I press F, this is again going to allow me to select and push it and put them down. Now, I believe if you have smart casting on and I use the F ability, you notice here that again I can actually select where it is. Under smart casting, it's going to trigger right away and be placed right where my mouse cursor was. I won't actually have that little range indicator. So, going on from that, the one level more about this game is something called artifacts. So you'll notice down here in the left bottom left corner, there is this little number here increasing. This is called credits. These are credits you earn in the game, and you'll notice that there's a drip. So you can see I'm not doing anything in the game, and I'm slowly just getting a slow amount of drip credits as the game progresses. And what these credits do is they allow you to buy artifacts, and now artifacts are essentially items that buff your champion as you play the game. So you can either open up essentially the vendor tab by either clicking on this icon here or by pressing P. So one thing to note is that to buy artifacts, again this is going to be map specific, but you can buy them. Usually you can only buy them back at the base. However, in Infinite Crisis, they make it one of the different mechanics they put in is you can actually buy these items when you're at a tower. So if you're in a friendly tower, next to a friendly tower in the turret range, you can actually buy these items too. Now, there's a lot going on here. Suffice it to say, if you're first starting out, you'll notice that on these are recommended artifacts. Go ahead and just slowly buy your way through, starting from the very beginning and working your way down this list. So that will get you through the game, and it will help you. However, if you want to get more nuanced with this, you'll notice that there's an all artifacts tab here. If you click on that, and you'll see the whole list here. These are all the artifacts that you can buy in the game for your champion. The artifacts break down into 3 categories: attack, health, and power. These indicated by these bars, and these bars will tell you essentially how far you've gotten or how much power that champion has. And you'll see these for your allies and your enemy team members too, so that you can kind of get a sense of who's going what. Is someone going all attack? Is someone going all health? Is someone going all power? The thing, how I mentioned about the type of your champion being attack or power, essentially that's if your champion is power, you're going to want to focus on artifacts that give you more power damage. If you're an attack damage champion, you're going to want to focus more on attack. There are hybrids, so you kind of get to pick and choose for those champions. And for health, generally that means if you're trying to build a tanky, if someone says I'm going to go tank or I'm going to jungle a little bit, they might go for health to give them more sustain, because generally you can only go either a lot more damage or you can go a lot more health to be the sustain and help out your allies. Gaslight Batman is an attack damage based champion, so that's why I'm buying this Coda Blade. Now you'll notice that there are on the right side here, the Coda Blade has 4 tiers. So you actually the moment you buy one item, you start upgrading in that item. It's debatable if it's upgrade one item first or buy all tier 1 first. That's something that goes into a lot of debate. If you want to get some artifact builds for a specific champion, You can check out donbase.com. They have a lot of guides there for all the champions and for the very specific roles that they're playing on a given map. So that's the very basics of artifacts. Again, if this is a little overwhelming, just start with a recommended artifact build and just keep working your way up. You'll notice that now that I'm back at base, there's a little recommended tab here that pops up, and essentially when I have enough credits to buy the next recommended tier item, I can just click this plus button and it will just buy it for me. So you don't have to worry about that. So credits. How do you get credits in the game? So you can see that with the slow drip, I can get the credits that way. The other ways you can get credits is essentially by killing drones. So you can get them from killing the neutral drones in the jungle. You can get them from killing drones in the lane. And what you can also do is if you're in a lane with another champion. So say here I'm with Wonder Woman, and when we start taking out the drones, if she gets the credits, I will also get some supporting credits. So not all the credits go to her. So there's one way to get credits is essentially the most you can get credits is by what's considered last hitting a drone. So that means you get the finishing kill on a drone. That gives you the most credits. The second most credits you will get is if you essentially are helping an ally kill a drone. So here, this is the last hit. See, I think got 17 there, and then Wonder Woman killed the other drone, and I got 12 there. So that's how it goes. The last one is there. You'll see a credit drop. Neither of us got the last kill, so it drops a credit, and I can go and pick it up and get that credit too. So that is how you can earn credits throughout the game, and that will allow you to buy higher and higher tier items. So I'm going to, again, just really quickly walk back to the friendly turret, and you can see that, again, that item pops up again, that recommended thing. I can click on that, and if I had enough credits to say, 500 credits to buy this item, this artifact, the next thing on the list, it will allow me to buy it here at the turret. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So the last thing I do want to talk about really quick in this tutorial is interacting with the minimap. So you'll notice that there's these two buttons right above the minimap, and what the blue one means is generally they're called pings. You can actually use them if you click on it and then ping a click on the map. You'll notice there that I just placed a temporary marker to talk to my allies about that and say, hey, that's something to look out for. Blue generally means press forward, or go this way, or I'm going that way. The orange or yellow one means be careful, walk out. There's something going on there. Be careful about what's there might be an enemy champion there. Watch out. This corresponds to holding the Alt button and left clicking on the map. That provides a forward blue ping. Holding Control and left clicking on the map Alt provides the yellow ping. You can actually do that on the map, as you just saw me right there, or you can actually just do that on a mini map and you can ping somewhere else too. So that's a simple way of communicating broadly to your ally team. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will jump into the next video after this. Thanks.
Ally defeated.